Well, it's Monday and I'm back in the office. I was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania this weekend for my son's hockey tournament. Now I'm back in the office and I was in Atlantic County, New Jersey this morning and back here now in Morristown, New Jersey, seeing clients in the afternoon session. Put out a blog article regarding an incident involving Senator Sharif Street's son, Sharif Street Jr. in Philadelphia. Now, Mr. Street, his son is charged with simple assault following an incident that occurred at Sherrell Parker's inauguration. Apparently, he had an incident involving a security guard and apparently or allegedly punched the security guard in the face when he attempted to stop both him and his grandfather, former Mayor John Street, from entering the ceremony. Now, I think right now they've made a mistake in this case by issuing a comment as to what he did, and in some ways conceding that he struck the security guard. Now, obviously, the security guard would testify as to what occurred, but at this point in time, there's no need to issue a statement and say anything about the incident. That's why you have attorneys. Now, with that, some people have asked what could happen to him. I don't believe he is eligible for a diversion program if the case went in the non-trial direction because he appears to have prior criminal history. It's minor, but still it's there. And the point of the blog article was to indicate that the ARD program, which is Philadelphia's most common diversion program, is typically reserved for first-time offenses. Now, that's discretionary, and DA Larry Krasner can obviously exercise discretion, but I don't know where, perhaps his decision will come down, whether or not he believes that Mr. Street deserves some type of extra discretion because of what occurred, and perhaps, even though I don't think he has a real legal defense to what occurred, perhaps there's something there that will enable the DA's office to provide him with a diversion program. If the case went to trial, I think he'd be convicted. He pled. I think that would probably be his best case scenario if he did not receive diversion. I don't think he's facing jail. With regards to possible defenses, if he asserted a defense at trial, defense of others, it appears the security guard was simply doing his job, stopping the former mayor. And from what I've read, most of the defenses seem to be, well, didn't they know who the former mayor was? Why did they attempt to stop him? Well, that's the security guard's job. Perhaps it was some special credentialing, or he was told to stop everyone. And if they didn't have certain credentials, you don't let them in no matter who they are. So it appears the security guard was just doing his job, and these political leaders who are making comments as to, defense being, well, it's the former mayor. That's not a legal defense. And that's why not lawyers. So that's why you need to have a lawyer issue statements and a lawyer possibly negotiate a non-trial disposition. It's not the most serious crime. It's a misdemeanor. And I don't believe, again, he'll face a type of jail, possibly probation. I'm sure that if he's retaining counsel now, they're looking at diversion. But again, I don't believe it's an incident where he could receive it, but just based on the history, I don't think he's going to receive it. It's not an aggravated assault, it appears, even though the DA's office could amend charges if, for instance, the security guard had suffered more significant injuries. Aggravated assault, unlike simple assault, is a serious bodily injury or an attempt to cause serious bodily injury, where a simple assault is just bodily injury, unless it's a person of a special class, like a police officer, firefighter, EMS. This appears to be a private security guard, as far as my understanding is concerned. So I don't believe he would enjoy that special class of individual. So with that said, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the website gambleandlaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All my books, my blogs, and my videos are available there in one convenient format. I'm going to link in the blog article on this incident. Again, the point of the blog isn't to embarrass anyone, it's simply to lay out the elements of the offense and to explain the possible ramifications and possible dispositions of a matter, whether it be a trial, a non-trial disposition in the form of a plea or an open plea, or a negotiated plea. Again, these are all on the table for Mr. Street. I'm sure that his attorneys will advise him of all possible scenarios here. But again, if you have questions regarding simple assault or aggravated assault, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you all very soon.